Let's just touch on Saturday. How much of a boost, or last Saturday, go back to the weekend, how much of a boost was that victory? Yeah, I could see players coming off the pitch from the footage I saw, how much it meant to everyone. It must have been really huge.
Yeah, it was kind of, it's been a while. We'd gone obviously quite a lot of games without getting a result. Maybe it's even in games where we feel like we should have got results. But yeah, it was more of a big relief to kind of see that the work we'd done in the week had paid off a little bit, and you could see our ideas of what we were trying to do now that were working. I think going forward, we looked really dangerous. There's still loads we can do. Obviously, defensively, we can still be a lot better. That's not just the defence, that's everybody from steady down the middle to Ross in goal. So you can see what we're doing is starting to work a little bit, and it's probably going to take a while for us to get it nailed on to the standards we want it. But more than anything, it was just nice to get the result to kind of lift everybody, not just us, the players, the fans, obviously the staff, and it shows we're moving in the right direction now.
Yeah, you mentioned the fans, and I saw some footage of their celebrations. It was a big relief for them, and I guess kind of a payback for them after a few months of misery, which was a good thing.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the stick we've all got is totally warranted, because not only me, but I think everybody in the squad would say we haven't been anywhere near good enough. And at the end of the day, we all go out to entertain the fans, and they've backed us all season long, and obviously the frustrations have shown because we haven't performed anywhere near what we should have. So yeah, it's always nice to try and get the fans back on side a little bit, because obviously we all want to push in the right direction, and I think the fans were brilliant on Saturday. Even when we got pegged back twice, they were still with us, and luckily we got the final goal, and it was nice to send them home happy on a Saturday for once instead of a bit miserable.
Is there maybe a different character in the side now, because that result at 2-2 was teetering on the edge, and you've lost a few at home and away in that way? So is there maybe a new resilience, do you think, beginning to form in the side?
I think it's starting to form. I don't think resilience comes overnight and after one game, but definitely it gives us a bit more confidence going into the games coming up, especially when we have been pegged back. And before, maybe we've gone under and conceded more goals, but we haven't. We've stuck together and got the winner. I think it shows that we are together as a team. That was questioned at one point, but it's a great group. Everybody gets along and things like that. And the new coaching staff that have come in have been brilliant. So it was a massive relief. You don't understand how big of a relief it was to finally get a result, especially the type of game it was as well. It wasn't like we've just went out and turned somebody over 3 and 4-0. We had to work hard for the result. Every ball, everything, every minute of the game. There wasn't a minute where we weren't in it, and I don't think there was that much of it didn't look like we were ever going to get beat. It didn't feel like for once that we were going to lose the game. We always felt like we could win that game, and maybe the light switch went on in a few people's heads that, listen, we're a good team, and it's time to start believing it a little bit.
Interesting you say that. Steve Chettle mentioned a few weeks ago when he had his time in charge that you all got together and had your own meeting. Is that something that's healthy in a way, just to kind of air those sort of wrongs and look at each other and move on from there? Do you think it actually ultimately was a healthy thing that you did?
It was needed, definitely, because people can keep banging the drum and we keep saying the same things, but until we got all of us together and really aired what we actually thought. And I think some people, maybe the lads who don't really say as much all the time, said things and stuff like that, and it was good for us all to get on kind of a clean slate. Everyone got off the chest what they felt needed to change, and we went on from there and as a clean slate, like it was the beginning of the season. We were going into game 1. So I think for the character of the side, it definitely lifted us a little bit, and it was really because we didn't want it to kind of keep going the run we were on, and before you know it, we're having to win more games than we've got left. So we needed to kind of get hold of it now while we've still got time to make a positive of the season and not be chasing and trying to scrap all year long.
The manager mentioned about it won't happen overnight, and you said there it might be a slow process to get even better. Do you have to accept that it can't just be flick a switch? It's a patient sort of build up to get to where you realistically want to be as a team?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think anything, especially with a new style of play, it's not something you can learn in a couple of weeks. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean we're still not going to go out and get results, because we can still get results even if we're not at what we feel like we should be. But the basic fundamentals of football don't change. They're the same no matter how you play. That you should run more than the other team. We should fight more, and I think if that's half the battle, then the rest of it, learning a new philosophy, is maybe the icing on the cake, the nice bits, what you see going forward and things like that. but definitely, yeah, it will take time, but I think we've made massive strides in the past 2 weeks, definitely, and even from the training sessions, the intensity this morning was probably the highest it's been all season. So we're definitely going in the right direction, and obviously the quicker we can do it, the better. But yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
Just a few words about the festive period. Are you a player that looks forward to it with relish, or a little bit of dread because you're playing what feels like every other day?
No, I quite enjoy it. I think as a footballer, you want to be playing football matches. So it is difficult, and it takes it out you come midway through January. But it's probably the best time of the year to play, because you get game. You don't really get to train as much, and it's important because it's probably come at the right time for us. Maybe as in we can go and pick up quite a few points really quickly. And I think if we have a good festive period, we'll all be sat here in a few weeks' time thinking, well, now where do we look? Where are we looking now? Who can we catch? Kind of thing. Not, oh, we're still 3 points behind. So it is important, yeah.
As a lone player, is it hard, because not only you're not in your hometown, you're not played perhaps in a place where you've settled with your roots? Can it be hard to kind of be somewhere where you might not be long term?
I just think you got to look at stuff as the here and now, and obviously you can't really make excuses as in it's not your hometown and stuff, because there's not many lads who play in the team who are actually from Nottingham. Everybody's moved from somewhere. So I think settling in and getting to know people is probably your biggest thing, but I didn't feel like that was a problem here. Maybe obviously I'm from quite up north, and I had a little girl 3 months ago, which was difficult, obviously being away and stuff. But I think it's football isn't a long career, so you kind of make the most of every opportunity you get, no matter where it is. And the loan side of it, I don't see myself as a loan player. I don't see myself as a Sheffield United player at the minute. I'm a Notts County player, and until I get told I'm not no more, then that's all I can do.
And just finally, the manager mentioned that you wouldn't be in Christmas Day, and obviously he thinks you'll get all this work done before that. So for yourself, is it just a quick visit home Christmas Day and then get back for Boxing Day?
Yeah, I obviously get home. I stay at home quite a lot as it is anyway, but yeah, it'd be nice to have you. It's not very often you get much of Christmas, if any, of Christmas Day at home, but yeah, it would be nice for once to have Christmas Day at home and kind of enjoy the day for what it is, but then it's straight back to work come Boxing Day and 3 points.
Wonderful. It's good for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You said players had to rediscover their belief a little bit. Do you think the run that they were on, did you think some of the players, even though they were good players or are good players, had lost a little bit of self-belief in their own abilities?
Football's really simple, but when it comes to there's like confidence. Confidence is the biggest, for me, is the biggest thing in football. If you could take a really good player with no confidence, and they're not that same player no more. And I do think that was massively part of the reason we weren't performing like we should have. And I think you can see of late, I know there was spells, Sunderland, there was spells where we were really good. Even Mansfield, first half, we were really good. And then obviously Saturday we think, and you can see it's not where it should be, but you can still see it starting to grow, and you can see players are a lot more confident in what we're doing than we were, and we believe we're playing a way that will get us results now. And I think it's massive. It's confidence, and you can't just go to somebody there with some confidence, go and play football. You build it. Everything's got to be right from Monday to Friday. You got to feel brilliant coming the Saturday, and I don't for some reason I don't know why that wasn't the case. And the people will have their own say on everything and their own reasons behind it. But yeah, I think it's definitely, for me myself, it's massive.
When you go for a run, do you sometimes go home and question yourself? Do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I've been questioning myself all season. Just where's it gone? What's kind of going on, and what's thinking, wanting to do stuff but not being able to kind of things that you don't even think about, and you do it really well, and then you're making silly mistakes, and it's hard to put your finger on it what it is, and then all of a sudden it kind of comes back. Yeah. And it's been nice of late. It's been nice to actually enjoy playing again, because it was a real grind at one point when we weren't picking up results, and it wasn't even the fact we weren't getting results, it was the manner of the way we were losing games and stuff like that, and it hurt everybody. It as a team, as thingy, we were low, really, really low, but I think new gaffer, when he's come in, just something about him and the way he is, he just instilled a confidence and made us believe. This team was assembled to go and win this league.
Yeah.
I sat here 3 months ago and said I've come here to win the league. Yeah. There was no ifs or buts about it. And now to sit where we are and be having the same conversation. This team hasn't changed overnight to be a really bad team, and we're not all of a sudden really bad footballers. There was just something missing, and we're too good. The squad's too good. Yeah. You could offer any manager in this league this squad, and they'd snap your hands off for it. So obviously there was something wrong, but now there's no reason why we can't still make something of it. Yeah. I think as long as we believe we can make something of the season, anything's kind of still possible. Obviously it starts on we got to go and get another result, but the team's too good not to succeed, and it might not be this season. This season might be in the season of, oh, come on, it's time to get our heads down and work a bit harder, but this team will succeed at some point in the future, definitely.